And now the number one story of the week. President-elect Joe Biden announced some of his cabinet choices this week. The Senate has not indicated yet, though, when it might start the confirmation process for those nominees. Jeff Pond is senior advisor and consultant at Big Sky Associates. Janice Lachance is executive vice president at the American Geophysical Union. Both are former directors of the Office of Personnel Management. Welcome to both of you. Janice, I want to start with you. You told me fairly recently that your confirmation process both times was fairly easy. What are President-elect Biden's choices up against? What will they face in the next several weeks?
Well, fairly easy is relative, Francis. I was very fortunate. I was already working at OPM when I was nominated, so I had the advantage of knowing about the agency, knowing the staff, and knowing the Senate staff. But what's interesting is in this case, this is the first time since 1989 that a president is going to enter office with a Senate of the opposite party. And I think that's going to make a tremendous difference. I'm not sure good or bad. What I'm hoping is that the Senate will realize that these nominees are expert in their fields. They have a lot of experience. They've been in the public eye. They have a very visible record and will move very, very quickly because there's no doubt, Francis, the country's in crisis. We have to start moving immediately to get leadership in place to really trigger the wheels of government and make sure that we can start on a path to recovery.
Jeff, welcome. You sent me a 15-item punch list that you went through to become the director of OPM. Is there any way to truncate some of those items to try to move these people with speed the way that Janice described a moment ago?
No. There's no way of shortening the process. I think there's a reason why there is a process for vetting. It's making sure that the nominee is qualified, making sure that everybody is in tune with the candidate, from Office of Government Ethics to the Senate staff who staff up the Senate confirmations to your own receiving agency, and they brief you up. So, you know, it's a really long process. You have to get nominated by the president first. The announcement has to get out. You have to meet all the political and career team in an unofficial capacity. Then you have to get briefings from each and every one of the components. And with our 18 cabinet level agencies, there are large agencies under there, so there's a lot of detail there. Then you have mock hearings where staff actually portray senators that will grill you. So you have a mock interview, if you will. And then you get a date from your Senate committee, and then you do the hearing. You'll wait whether or not the committee votes you out or doesn't vote you out unanimously or not. And if there are delays, there are delays. And it's really the committee that permits you to go to the Senate floor. The Senate majority leader basically sets that date, and then hopefully you get endorsed by the Senate and recommended to the president. The Secretary of State signs and embosses the Great Seal of the United States on your appointment. The president signs the appointment, and then the federal judge or another political appointed Senate firm or POTUS or VPUS basically swears you in, and hopefully you have a trusted, qualified team that plays well with others. That's the process.
It's a long process, and there are about 1,000 names that will need to be filled in the coming months. What do we do in the meantime to try to get people into these seats as quickly as possible? Janice, what are the tools at the disposal of President-elect Biden's team to be able to try to bring the other folks in?
Mm-hmm. So the Biden transition is doing a great job at identifying talent and really thinking about who's out there now who can go into these positions that don't need Senate confirmation. And that's going to be key to maintaining momentum, key to maintaining launching the new programs that the Biden administration wants to get going. So I think you'll see a very, very quick and speedy filling of those positions, the non-career SES, the Schedule C positions. Hopefully they'll get filled quickly, expeditiously, and hopefully the Senate will see that there is an urgency here in getting those cabinet and Senate confirmed positions in place as well. There is a history in this country of having hearings for some cabinet officials before the inauguration. There's a history of cabinet members being confirmed on Inauguration Day. People literally leave the west front of the Capitol and go into session and confirm some of the cabinet nominees. So I'm hoping that this Senate will operate in good faith that way, move things very, very quickly so that we can get started tackling some of these issues that are facing us.
Jeff, 30 seconds left. What kind of timeline do you expect to see for both the political appointees that require Senate confirmation and the Schedule Cs that don't?
3 to 6 months is usually the majority of the people, about 1,000 people that need to be confirmed, about 1,200 people that are PAS. Non-PAS, or the political team at the White House, there's about 400 of those people. And then there's about 700 SES that are non-career. And then you have Schedule Cs, and there are about 1,500 people there. It's a large undertaking. It's 4,000 people in 3 to 6 months, and there's over 100,000 to 400,000 resumes, if you will, that have to get reviewed and approved by the team and go through each and every one of the processes.
Jeff Pond, Janice Lachance, thanks very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Francis.